What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. The undisputed fight, once again, has been iterated for a deadline. Get this. Alexander Usyk sets firm deadline for the Tyson Fury undisputed title fight. Usyk and Fury hold all the belts in heavyweight division. As we know, they're both undefeated. They're both regarded as some of the best fighters around right now. Okay. And Usyk has set a firm deadline for his undisputed fight. The heavyweight duo that holds all the belts. He also holds the Ring Magazine's belts, as we also heard Dan Rafael say earlier today. Okay. And this is what the manager of Alexander Usyk said. He said that, responding to a fan asking for an update of the fight, telling them that both parties have agreed to fight, he added, should happen no later than March 4th. Okay. And the location, any place in the universe, it doesn't matter. In response to a later question, Usyk said that the sooner the better in their stance on when the fight should happen. Okay. And there you go. Let me counterpunch. They mentioned this before. And one thing, when I read something twice coming from the same party, it gets, I think they reiterate because it gets more serious. It gets to a point where, hey, we've said this before. Now we're saying it again. So basically we're saying it again because we're not getting what we want when we said it the first time. Okay? And I think that when you say it again and again, you reiterate. It's like, okay, now I'm putting the stank on it. Now I'm serious, because this is really just letting you know that we've already said that, so there will be no confusion if we decide to move on and do something else, which I hope that doesn't happen. I want to see this fight, because Tyson Fury needs to show that he's the best fighter. And Alexander Usyk needs to show himself that he's the best fighter. So if these guys fight, they'll know who's the best at the heavyweight division. Tyson took out, overkilled Deontay Wilder. Usyk beat up Joshua twice and outboxed him, right? Gave him a boxing clinic, right? Twice. So I think these guys have overstressed the fact that they can beat up their other rivals, but can they beat up each other? So this is something that we need to know. We definitely need to know this. And I do feel, though, okay, the reason why there's such a stringent deadline or reiteration is because of Tyson Fury. See, Tyson Fury pulled that precursor with Anthony Joshua, okay, back a couple months ago, a month and a half ago or something like that. And he did that. And see, everybody saw, or everybody paid attention to what Tyson Fury was doing. And see, one thing you need to understand, everybody has an opinion. Everybody's watching. Everybody's observing. Okay? They're observing what you do, how you handle things. And they seen how he handled the Anthony Joshua situation, which was shit. I call bullshit on Tyson Fury and Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn, I think his ego was too big. We're not going to get it done by that time. So basically you're saying you don't care about it. And Tyson Fury's making this deadline, and he's giving someone that type of excuse to use their ego in a situation like Eddie Hearn was doing. See, if there was no deadline, there would be no resistance of saying, hey, I'm not going to care about your deadline, so the fight's not going to happen. You think that's going to make the fight happen? No, it's going to stop it from happening, or it's going to make people think that you're not serious, because Eddie Hearn could always pull that card because you said there's a deadline. Okay, see, the irony is now there's a deadline on the other end, but it was because they set a deadline because they thought, okay, Tyson Fury's kind of really all over the place. He's unpredictable, and we don't need an unpredictable person when it comes to serious negotiations about fighting, because this guy can take you for a long ride. And Anthony Joshua, this ain't the first time he did that to AJ. Remember last year with all the bullshit with Deontay Wilder? The contract supposed to have been expired, and, this supposed to have been going on, and AJ supposed to fight Tyson Fury for undisputed and all that shit before AJ took that second L. You guys remember that. You guys also remember 2 years before that, back in 2019, when Deontay Wilder signed up, him and Al Heyman signed up a rematch clause for a second fight between him and Deontay Wilder. And what did Tyson Fury do? He signed a contract from ESPN. He said nothing about the ESPN contract, and he took him for a long ride, and he told them, that's what he told him. Get your profile up, kid. I'm getting 80 million pounds. We'll offer you a fight on our end, but we're not signing your 50-50 deal. So those type of things that happened in the same time, people were paying attention. People were looking at that, observing that like, you know something? I don't like that. You know, that's a shitty thing to do. Now I feel it's came full circle. Now it's like, look, you got a bad fucking history of dealing with people. You know, more than one person twice. So guess what? We're going to give you a deadline because we don't believe that you're really going to follow through, because you've said a lot of things to other people and haven't followed through. So guess what? I'm not going to do that with you. I'm going to tell you this is what you need to get done if you're serious about fighting our champion, because we've seen how you've done with other champions, i.e. Wilder and Joshua. Okay? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think, once again, of Team Usyk drawing the line in the sand, making the deadline for Tyson Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!